Breaking tonight, physicist Michio Kaku is sounding the alarm about a massive interstellar object named 3I Atlas, claiming its gravity could disrupt Mars's orbit and send shockwaves through our entire solar system. NASA says the risk is low, but the numbers coming out of the latest simulations are unlike anything astronomers have seen before. We're about to show you the leaked simulations and why some researchers believe 3I Atlas could rewrite our understanding of planetary stability. Before we continue with this unfolding story, please subscribe and like the video. It helps the algorithm reach more people who are fascinated by space updates and discoveries. It started quietly, a faint dot of light moving against the star field near the orbit of Jupiter. At first, 3I Atlas looked like just another long-period comet slipping into the inner solar system. But as astronomers charted its path, the numbers veered away from the standard models. Its mass estimate climbed, its trajectory curved. Something about this interstellar visitor refused to behave like the comets in our textbooks. By early analysis, 3I Atlas is at least 40 kilometers across, twice as large as the object that wiped out the dinosaurs. Its velocity is hyperbolic, meaning it's not bound to our sun, and because of the angles involved, its path threads uncomfortably close to Mars. In gravitational simulations, even a small error in mass or speed produces a measurable nudge in Mars's orbit, a nudge that, over time, could ripple outward. That's why Michio Kaku's comments caught fire online. Speaking on a late-night science panel, he said bluntly, "We're dealing with an interstellar mass we don't fully understand. If the simulations are right, the gravitational perturbations could be significant." Within hours, clips of his remarks hit social media, generating millions of views and headlines like "Danger Confirmed" and "NASA Cover-Up." NASA's official line is calmer. 3I Atlas will pass at a safe distance and Mars's orbit will remain stable. But even they admit this is the largest, darkest interstellar visitor ever detected. And in the back channels of the astronomy community, scientists are whispering about small but non-zero probabilities, the kind of low odds that nonetheless demand attention when the stakes involve a planet. As 3I Atlas races inward toward the sun, each new observation tightens the numbers and either confirms or disproves the fears. For now, the object remains a black cipher, a moving mass of silence sweeping through the solar system. In the next segment, we'll dive into exactly what makes 3I Atlas so different from anything we've seen before, and why its strange composition is at the heart of the alarm. Even as debate rages about 3I Atlas's trajectory, a deeper mystery is taking shape: its composition. Ordinary comets are dirty snowballs, water ice, carbon dioxide, dust, a faint green glow. But 3I Atlas refuses to play by those rules. As it crosses inside Jupiter's orbit, it remains jet black, showing no tail, no halo, no gas jets, as if it were swallowing sunlight whole. Spectroscopic readings from Keck, Webb, and the Very Large Telescope reveal a surface dominated by carbon compounds so dense they behave like industrial graphite. Embedded in that black crust, clear nickel signatures, but almost no iron. In nature, nickel and iron are forged together inside stars. Finding one without the other is like finding a car engine without any steel. Even stranger is how this object interacts with sunlight. Infrared sensors show a surface temperature far lower than expected, hinting at an almost perfect emissivity, a natural stealth coating that dumps heat as quickly as it absorbs it. If a civilization wanted to build a probe that hides in plain sight, this is exactly how it would look: dense, cold, and blacker than charcoal. Its orbit adds another layer of unease. Instead of the long elliptical path of a comet returning to the sun, 3I Atlas glides on a slightly hyperbolic course, moving just fast enough to escape our star entirely. Only twice before have astronomers seen such a trajectory, with Oumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019, and neither object came this close to a major planet. Put all of these together: the darkness, the nickel without iron, the cold, stealth-like surface, the hyperbolic path, and you get a visitor that does not match any known natural template. Some scientists still argue it's a rare dormant nucleus, a fragment whose icy layers were baked away over eons. Others say the coincidences pile too high. Whatever the answer, 3I Atlas has become the most studied object in the sky, and yet, Studying from a distance can only take us so far. In the next segment, you'll see how space agencies are racing to send a fast response probe to intercept 3I Atlas before it leaves our system forever, and why the launch window is already closing. By now, the world's biggest telescopes are aimed at 3I Atlas, but distance has its limits. To truly understand what this object not just as a scientific target, but as a cultural event. In the next segment, we'll explore how this silent visitor is changing art, politics, and public imagination, and why it's become more than a story about astronomy. Governments and space agencies have begun issuing joint statements. NASA and ESA stress there's no imminent danger to Earth, yet their tone carries unusual urgency. The Planetary Defense Coordination Office, normally focused on asteroids near Earth, is now coordinating with deep space missions to track 3I Atlas. This is an unprecedented level of transparency and cooperation, triggered by a single object from beyond our solar system. Meanwhile, artists, filmmakers, and game designers are already weaving 3I Atlas into their work. Murals appear on city walls, concept art floods online forums, science fiction authors pitch new stories. In classrooms, children trace its orbit on digital maps. For some, it's a cosmic warning. For others, an inspiration, a reminder of how much of the universe is still unknown. The comet has even entered geopolitics. Leaders reference it in speeches about unity, planetary defense budgets, and the fragility of Earth. Religious figures issue statements about humility before the cosmos. Online, conspiracy theories spread just as quickly as official updates, adding layers of myth to the mystery. The dark visitor is no longer just an astronomical object. It's become a mirror reflecting our fears, hopes, and rivalries. And behind all the headlines lies a quieter but more profound question. What if the anomalies aren't natural at all? In the next segment, we'll examine the most radical idea of all, that 3I Atlas could be artificial, and what that would mean for science, security, and humanity's view of itself. As 3I Atlas races inward, a question that once belonged to science fiction is now whispered in labs and mission control rooms. Could this object be artificial? Most astronomers still favor a natural explanation, an ancient interstellar fragment stripped of ice. But the anomalies stack higher than anyone expected. The hyperbolic trajectory threading gravitational zones, the pure darkness, and the nickel signature without iron. Put together, they hint at precision, not randomness. Some researchers compare it to Oumuamua in 2017, another interstellar visitor with unusual behavior, but point out that 3I Atlas is darker, denser, and slower, almost as if designed for stealth. If a civilization wanted to send a probe unnoticed between star systems, it might look exactly like this: dense, cold, silent, slipping past planets under a cloak of carbon. And yet, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. No one has detected propulsion, communication, or structured panels. Every spike on a spectrograph so far has a plausible natural cause. The mainstream consensus remains that 3I Atlas is likely a dormant nucleus or an interstellar fragment, but until the probe arrives, the door to other explanations stays ajar. The implications, if confirmed, are staggering. Who built it? How long has it been traveling? Why here? And why now? Even the speculation is reshaping science, pulling planetary defense engineers, astronomers, and philosophers into the same conversation. The dark visitor is no longer just a mystery to solve. It's a question about our place in the cosmic neighborhood and who might be watching back. Whatever its origin, the clock is still ticking. In the next segment, you'll see how the final countdown to 3I Atlas's closest approach is unfolding, what the probe will actually capture, and why the next few months could change astronomy forever. The countdown has begun. In only months, 3I Atlas will sweep past Mars and swing toward the inner solar system, closer than any interstellar object ever tracked. Every new orbit update tightens the prediction window. Every new image deepens the question: what will we see when this silent traveler crosses its closest point to the sun? Inside laboratories and mission control rooms, final preparations are underway. Engineers test the fast response probe designed to meet 3I Atlas as it crosses the orbit of Mars. Supercomputers run constant simulations, adjusting for gravity, solar pressure, and hidden outgassing. News outlets run live countdown tickers. The entire planet has become part of a global skywatch, waiting for the moment when speculation gives way to truth. From Earth, the object will finally brighten enough to glimpse with modest telescopes. Amateur astronomers are already planning star parties to catch the first naked-eye glimpse of a body that may have traveled for millions of years to reach us. Social media hashtags form: Atlas Watch, First Contact, Jock Countdown. For some, it's a celebration of discovery. For others, it's a vigil, an anxious waiting for the unknown. And then comes the moment of truth. In early 2026, as 3I Atlas passes inside Mars, astronomers are seeing now. Journalists, YouTubers, and amateur sleuths dive in. They find old conference slides, obscure patents, and budget line items hinting at deep object surveillance. NASA issues a statement denying any long-term knowledge of 3I Atlas beyond the public record, but the leaks fuel conspiracy forums and late-night talk shows. The question isn't just what 3I Atlas is, but how long agencies have been watching it. Even mainstream scientists, usually dismissive of conspiracy chatter, admit the leaks highlight a real issue. We're only as informed as the data released to the public. If some governments were tracking dark interstellar objects years ago, what else do they know? As speculation collides with classified history, the stakes for the upcoming probe mission grow even higher. In the next section, we'll explore the final stage, the encounter itself, and what we might see when 3I Atlas finally reveals its surface to human eyes. At last, the moment arrives. After months of tracking, building, and speculation, the fast response probe streaks past Mars and locks onto 3I Atlas. Its cameras open like eyes into the void, focusing on a black shape spinning silently against the sun. Around the world, millions tune in as live feeds begin streaming. For the first time in human history, we are about to see, in high definition, the surface of a true interstellar body this close. The first images astonish even the most skeptical scientists. Instead of a featureless rock, 3I Atlas shows ridges, hexagonal pits, and gleaming streaks of metal under the black crust. Instruments record gravitational anomalies, subtle but measurable, suggesting mass distributions unlike any known comet or asteroid. A faint halo of particles trails behind it, yet no obvious jets, no gas eruptions, only a shimmering field of dust. Spectrometers on board the probe confirm high concentrations of carbon, nickel, and exotic isotopes. But still, no iron, no signs of propulsion, no radio emissions. It is as if the object was designed to be invisible to every conventional scan. Each data packet deepens the paradox. Everything looks natural, yet nothing matches any natural template. Then, on the probe's third pass, a pattern emerges. Geometric shadows across one of the ridges, too regular to dismiss as chance. Analysts caution it could be an optical illusion, but speculation explodes online. Is this the first evidence of structure? A relic? A dormant craft? Whether artifact or geology, 3I Atlas has become more than an object. It's a mirror forcing humanity to confront the possibility of others. As the probe swings past its closest approach, the last images show the black world receding, carrying its mysteries toward the inner solar system. Some scientists cheer, others tremble. Humanity has crossed a threshold. We have reached out to an interstellar traveler and found it stranger than anything imagined. Whatever happens next, tail off, fragmentation, or silent departure, our night sky will never be the same. If you followed this journey from the first detection to this close encounter, you're part of a historic moment in science. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on. The next data drop from the probe could change everything we think we know about life beyond Earth. So, do you believe 3I Atlas is a natural anomaly or something deliberately sent? Subscribe now for the next data drop. This story is far from over. Like this video if you're convinced we're not alone in the universe. And comment below with your theory. Artifact or accident?